space shield. Shield. What's Kamai? It's a shield. You know? Your Jodan Uke can also be interpreted as a shield, not only to receive, to block, to strike, whatever, as a puzzle structure. It's to. So, go ahead and strike right here. So the concept is the same. So what I'm doing is I'm alleviating all this. I'm doing this in the beginning because my body and mind has to understand why we have to do this. So you're structurally sound. And you got that integrity with your whole system. So now all you're doing is cutting it down, you're streamlining it, and then when the strike comes in,
look at his feet. I want you guys to see where his feet are right now. This is one thing I'm noticing. Keep your feet facing this way, towards your uke.
okay? So, and then you can do a whole bunch of things. But that is the gist of a Kukan no Tate, is just putting something out there. Okay, so another example is when he strikes here. I'm already occupying the space. We'll get into that in a second. But I want you to get down the streamlined version of like an uke nagash, like is, I keep that arm out there. So right here, so all I'm doing is streamlining my motion if I had it wired in my system properly. And just look at that distance I created between myself and the point of impact just by sinking. Okay? Sink into command. Then I'm going to add a second layer of security. I'm going to add a shield there. So now my potential for surviving increases. Okay? So look at this. And now my Kamai, I'm maneuverable, and I can enter or exit if I choose to. Okay? But look at the structure. Okay?
Notice I didn't move. He came up and did the Kukan no Tate. I didn't end up way out here.
I'm not striking. It's a shield, it's a block, it's receiving, it's all that. Okay? So I'm not trying to blast them like this. Okay? So all I'm going to do is right here. Okay? This hand could be here like in Sanshin, or it could be right here. Okay? Doesn't really matter. Okay? But notice everything is forward. Weapons are forward. Okay?
Play with that. Y'all, pay attention for a minute. We're going to talk theory for a minute. If you figured it out or you haven't figured it out by now, what you're going to see is that we're essentially breaking down a conflict or a fight as it's happening, piece by piece by piece. And as we add to it, you're going to see what we're talking about. And Donnie, you're right there, so. Okay, first thing, we're standing here, whatever. Okay, second thing, Donnie's trying to invade my territory and take my space. Okay? He wants it, he comes in for it. If I'm a dummy, I'm going to stand here and get hit. Okay? If I'm a little smart, okay, as he comes in, I'm going to get back out of the way. Oops, he got my pant leg. Am I really safe? Am I more safe?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm more safe. Okay? So I want something in between. That's the whole idea behind this. Okay? So whenever he comes in, I'm just stepping back and I'm getting something in between us. And notice it's not and this is where, when I talked about playing with your food, okay, if you're going to learn real light manipulation, like I was talking about earlier, if I do this, and Donnie comes in, now I kind of got to chase him a little bit as he comes in. I got to follow him wherever he goes. I know where he is when he comes in. I don't have to.
Because I'm there.
Okay, because I know right where he is. And he thinks he's got the next shot, which is what I want him to think.
Question to everyone.
Yeah?
How does John know where Donnie is?
Because you can feel
Feelers.
noise.
Awesome.
Martial art of...
Okay.
So we're like, what are we feeling? What are we feeling? I always hear this martial art feeling. I don't know.
Okay. And so here's the thing. If Donnie comes barreling in with a punch, and this is the way we train. This is where Carlito and Donnie and I come from his training like this. Watch the speed I move at compared to the speed he moves at. Now granted, I took a 45. I'll go straight back this time. Okay, keep dialing in. Okay? I know the distance. I can feel the distance. I got stuff out there. If something goes wrong and I misstep in the middle of it, I got something I can move his arm with here at the last second. Yeah? We tend to start in Columbus with our hands here. Yeah, you can start here, this is great. And I'll tell you what, I come around the corner and somebody's like, hey, give me your money. I'm like, whoa! This is going to be natural for me. And I get surprised, start whatever. We all do it. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. So I tend to start from here anymore. Okay? Just go real slow. Okay? What's the first thing I'm doing?
Dropping.
Yep. Absolutely. Why do I do that? A lot of different reasons.
Gives you distance.
Yep.
It's also preparing you to move.
Setting and drop the arrow.
Don't stop.
They're all correct. All correct. It's a 0 point. If I have to, I can go any direction I need to.
He's mobile.
I become more grounded. I'm more centered. If I need it. If he's coming in, if I tend, if he does that and I drop here, I can just do this. I didn't move.
I did.
How did I push your entire body weight?
Very carefully.
If I try it from here, it's not going to work as well. If I go to push a car, I'm not going to be going. I'm going to get up the car and I'm going to go, and I'm going to push because I'm more grounded and stable. But even though I'm more grounded and stable, I'm still able to move anywhere I need to. Okay? So the theory is, kind of the steps we're looking at, he's punching, I'm protecting myself. I'm moving down, back, and putting something between us is what I'm doing. Okay? This is where you want to be, not blasting it out. The important thing, one of the things I really want you to watch is the feet. Okay? Watch this. Okay? I have a heck of a time reaching down. That's just because of this. If I do nothing more than turn my foot here, and that's my back arm. Okay? So weapons forward. And you're going to hear us say it a lot, weapons forward. If he goes ahead and punches, and I do this and I'm way out here, half my weapons can reach him. From here and here.
It's a stalemate. No one has gained anything.
No,
You gotta start from the beginning again.
Okay? Even if I just take my back foot here and come in, okay, I can still reach him. If I sink into my knees, okay, down and over. So if I go down and over, I'm very grounded, I'm very centered, I can move. It is really important to keep the feet facing forward because all of your weapons are in the fight. This is not I'm not sure if I'm here or I'm gone. This is, I'm in the fight. I'm here to win. There's no doubt in my mind we're going to town. Okay? So, having that idea in mind, that's where I want you to go. The next thing is as the punch comes in, it's just real light touch. I'm just meeting it. I'm receiving it. You want to feel where it is. I don't want to be going and pushing. He now knows where I am in space. And we're going to look at a drill in just a minute to look at this. But I'm going to have you guys go back one more time with that explanation. Play with it for a second or two. Then we're going to get into light touch. Okay? Try that.
Keep your feet closer together. You don't have to go so wide. We're introducing you to this end of the spectrum.
And do switch partners. Train with different people.
Alright, so here's an example that's kind of hard to put into words to get the fight out of your opponent. So I'm going to have John, he's going to blast my teeth out, and I'm just going to take the proper structure. Okay, so.
Oh, thanks for taking one for the team. I was going to do this. This is the way we train. If he does not move, he will be missing teeth. I guarantee it. Okay?
How does that feel? After you were like,
It's like I hit you and it's like, oh, what? Huh? Why isn't it going? And I keep chasing him. Did you see how far out I got? I kept chasing because I thought more should have happened. And if I went a little farther, I
move it
didn't.
back. Can we try it again?
Sure.
Change it.
Okay.
So punched me really hard, knocked my head off.
Wait a minute,
See, he made contact, but what happened? Ding, ding.
I had to go way out there to get him. And did you notice my structure? I was like this. When I made
And did you
contact,
see
his
how I
body fall.
kind of naturally captured him? I didn't go and try to carry him away. He just fell into a position that I was already naturally strong at, and that's where John said you could start playing with your feet. You see that?
All like when you fight drunk people. Drunk people just it's really slow.
Drunk ninjutsu.
So that's an illustration. I couldn't really describe it, but you want to take the fight out of yourself and make your opponent lose the ability to continue on with the fight. You want to take his spirit out.
And it took mine out.
Yeah, because after that, you put everything that you put behind your attack and there's no effect, and what happens? You get so demoralized, you're like, oh, crap.
And that was the feeling I had after I made contact, and I'm like, oh God.
And
I just
that's
knew
what
I
it feels
was-
like punching Soke. You're just like, oh, here it comes. Then it's just,
You missed.
it just happens like a virus, you know?
And
You don't even know it hits you.
there's a couple of points I want to make. One is, he took a Kimmy. He received the attack as it came in. He just let it come.
Notice I didn't do anything. I didn't put up a coup, I didn't do an ukinagashi or kukanotake, I didn't do any dakin or jutai or kyusho or anything. I just maintained proper structure, and what did I do? Sink and shift. That's all I did.
And down in Columbus, we all have been through this, where you'll
We
notice...
we literally experiment and test to really knock each other's heads off once we kind of practice the
Yes,
concept
yes, yes,
a little
yes.
bit after quite some time. We don't automatically be like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
We drill it, and you make it a part of your nervous system so it's natural, and it just happens. You're like, okay, let's go test this out. Let's do it in a controlled manner, then we start ramping it up a little bit. Okay, we'll do more. That's a way to train. That's a way to test some of these concepts out on your own, but give it time. It takes months, almost to years of just drilling those ridiculous-looking drills, but they work.
Yeah, and working off that, it's that same concept. If you notice, I'm going to keep you out here, so we're going to do this in just a second. If you notice, it's just like two cars going down the road. One of them going kind of slow, maybe in the passing lane, the other one's coming along, bang, hits them. They're already traveling in that direction. So when the energy comes in, it's not like they're sitting still and the other one goes bang, okay? Real slow, I'm just going to have you step back and I'm going to come in with the punch, real slow. Did you notice he did not come out of structure as hard as I hit him? He stayed in
Oh, and
structure.
he hit hard,
That was a pretty good blast. His eyes never bobbled off target. He held contact on his target. They never went off and anywhere else. Like a lot of times you get popped and it takes a second to refocus. Doesn't happen. Now granted, this is a straight in punch. It's not off to the sides. But it's the way in which he absorbs this. If you notice, as I'm coming in,
you ride it out. You
And
make
just
that
kinda goes
contact, the kami stoi, right? Thickness of a sheep. Nagato Sensei says you're going to get hit. Expect to get hit. And if it just grazes you, that's ideal. But you're going to get hit. You have to get hit in order to make that contact. In order to make him believe that he won the fight, but he did not. That's the deception part. Okay, so you gotta remove yourself from the fight. You gotta have that budo, that sacrifice. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. Just accept it. Okay, train on that. Take those principles and implement it into your training. You'll see a world of difference.
and just for fun, we're going to do that again slow. I'm going to come at you. Step back. Like this. And watch the difference. And I'm going to go slow, slow, slow. Just so you can watch how it affects his structure. Okay? So as I'm coming in and I make that contact, look at that. All I have to do is keep marching forward. The other way, I was marching into my destruction.
See how
He was at
sometimes
zero.
this doesn't really work sometimes, guys? There's a time and place for it. Maybe that's not the proper time to do that type of posture.
Should you always start with this posture?
You always start in Shizen. Never start in Here it comes, man. Ready?
You just gave away what you study. A martial art.
Yeah,
Nobody
well,
would
you
expect
study
to know
martial art. You gotta learn how to attack from Shizen, you gotta know how to receive from Shizen.